Alright, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, buckle up, because this is gonna be a silly one. This is gonna be kind of all over the place, and I have not put enough forethought into it, but I'm rolling with it anyway. So, if you were on Twitter at all, like some of us do be, you've probably seen... Nope, didn't want to kill that scene. I wanted to kill that scene. You've probably seen, you may have seen this shit. This shit. This Tarot of the Divine 12-month spread. Now, I don't have a Tarot of the Divine set. I have a set that's based off of Rider White, I think, but it's all the same shit. It's not, but it is. It's not, but whatever, it is. For these purposes, it is. For my purposes, it's good enough. It's close enough. So this 12-month spread looks very complicated, right? And that's kind of why I did it. A bunch of people around New Year's Day or New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's were like, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna draw, like, a card for the new year. I'm like, yeah, I could do that. But, like, it wouldn't be me if we didn't just take the most complicated fucking spread I could find and run with this. So I kind of want to just jump into and start going card by card, but let's take a step back. Let's take a step back, because tarot, in my experience, is about storytelling. Sure, if you really believe in it, it's about divination and sure. But for our purposes here, I'm gonna think about it like storytelling in that context, and maybe if there's some themes for me to draw away from that, that's something to reflect on later. But the easiest way to do this is not just going one bite at a time. Before we get started, I want to just say this is the Neon Moon set by Pixel Occult. I think it's fucking beautiful and would highly recommend it. Do you have a booklet online? Oh, that's adorable. You know, I could just reference this instead of the tiny booklet that I have on my desk that came with it. Oh, yeah, here's the tarot spread. That's very cool. Yeah. So really if you're familiar with tarot, the only things to really know are it uses different words for things. Like instead of swords, it'll be arms. Instead of pentacle or coin, it'll be zent. Instead of wands, it'll be wires. And instead of cups, it'll be vials. But beyond that, it's mostly just aesthetic differences and like some tweaks. So we'll take a look at this, and primarily we're gonna treat these interpretations of the cards and these summaries of the cards as gospel, because they're close enough to traditional, and some of these little blurbs on here gives it its own little identity. I kind of just want to run with that. So where are we gonna start? I think we start with 20, the last card. So the guide is where we're gonna start. I think we're gonna do guide, theme, advice, challenges. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Well, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. We're probably gonna do it that way. Which I'm not really sure why it's not lined up that way, but I'm gonna read this in a way that makes sense to me. So, starting with number 20, fuck me, just go all the way down here. Our guide is gonna be fuck you, Twitter. Fuck you sideways. Wow, really? I know it's a larger resolution image than that. Fuck off. We're gonna have 9 of Wands. Are the photos the best quality? No, they're not, because I was rushed. The lighting isn't the best here. We're just gonna ride with it. So the 9 of Vials, and I did all these upright because I moved around the table while drawing from the deck. So what was upright and what wasn't was depending on the draw, and I didn't pay attention. So we're gonna treat them all as upright. Our guide here, accomplishment, satisfaction, rest, comfort, and pride. I can get behind all of those things, and also, like, just hot as hell, right? Your boss will see you collapse from exhaustion if it means the slightest gain for the company. Better to do what I do, sugar. Become your own boss down here on your own terms. Forget about trying to get above the plate. Don't let folks like us... They don't let folks like us up there. They just say it to keep us dancing for a coin on a string. Alright. I can like that kind of arrogant ego. I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that hard. Theme overall. Let's see. Theme is the Fool. Yeah, I really appreciate that I got the Fool here for the theme. Fool. Man, that would have been a better guide, I think. Yeah, the Fool is, as always, it's about beginnings, adventure, and possibility. The Fool is almost always portrayed as like taking a step off of a ledge or about to do something precarious, sometimes with like a noose wrapped around their neck. So it's this juxtaposition of beginnings. There's the promise of something new, like exploration, going out into the world and like having an adventure, but also the implication that just because it's something new doesn't mean that it's fated to be good or fated to go well. It could be a fucky wucky. The Fool, sure, I'm safe in here, but what life is best lived in safety without experience? I can feel the world just out there calling for me to take part in it. Just the thought of the adventure I could be having. Why I feel so light, I swear I could fly. Yeah, okay. Beginnings? Sure. I mean, we could twist that into like, I'm turning 30. It's the beginning of my 30s, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. It is the beginning of a year. You can think of 2022 within this concept, or within this context of the theme, it being the beginning of an age, an epoch, a period, something. A period of transition, a period of growth, a period of decline, a period of a lot of things. So theme's not giving me much to go on there. Let's do challenges and then let's do advice. I think that makes sense. So challenges, 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Zent. Again, sweet fucking cyberpunk aesthetic all up in this bitch. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Zent. Hoarding, control, stability, and conservatism. I got mine, and I use that advantage of having it to get even more. Yeah, sure, that makes someone else's life worse off, but hey, I'm not them, now am I? Huh, that's an interesting challenge. That's an interesting challenge. I was not expecting that to be what 4 of Zent was, so, you know, what I'm reading there is pretty straightforward, right? Temptation to hoard, temptation to, not just hoard like money and resources, but like temptation to kind of turtle down, stay the course, go for stability and safety rather than risk and potential. I think, you know, myself and obviously most people have had experiences, biting experiences, unfortunate experiences where it's easy to take the safe route and rob yourself of something better. You know, not going up to that cute person at the bar, not taking a chance at that new job, not moving across country to try out that new opportunity, not rolling the dice. You know? So those are challenges I am intimately familiar with. And so the advice, the Apprentice of Arms, the Page of Swords, I think? Yeah. Be energetic, curiosity, restless, action. I know what to do, I know how to do it, just let me do it already. Wow, yeah, this is really funny. This and 4 Pentacles are just sharply opposed to each other. Also, hi Mars. This was just the answer to what I was just talking about, right? this feeling of the danger of stability, the danger of hoarding, the danger of comfort, in my experience, is best broken up by decisive action, by energetic, sometimes restless action. And I do like that that's the advice, because that's something I'm very prone to. And maybe something in the last couple of years I've dialed back a little bit, but I'm the type of person that moves cross country because I fall in love with somebody. I'm the type of person that gambles on a new job or jumps into a new thing because it sounds interesting and exciting, and fuck it, I want to live. So I'm very receptive to what I'm getting there. All right, so a guide is pride, accomplishment. Pride is what really stuck out to me there, which of course that's what stuck out to me about 9 of Vials. Accomplishment, satisfaction, rest, comfort, and pride. The theme of beginning an adventure or beginnings challenged by the temptation of stability and gluttony and hoarding. The advice is to take action, be decisive. Pretty straightforward, right? Pretty straightforward. The 9 of Vials that we have here is the guide. It's a little ambiguous. Being guided by the pursuit of comfort, rest, satisfaction, accomplishment, and pride. I think allowing myself to have nice things, right? Allowing myself to go for things that I want, to try, and, you know, start new things, to actually fucking do it. But the danger of growing comfortable or complacent or stable in those pursuits, and maybe letting that slow me down or stop me from being generous or something else. So now I want to jump to 13 and talk about the first quarter, and for that to reflect on these first 4. So 13 was 8 of Swords. Fucking Twitter's like, you want to scroll down? No, bud. No, I don't. So 8 of Swords, or 8 of Arms here. Which, look at how fucking gorgeous these are. I am so in love with this set. It's so pretty. Me and who? Imprisonment, powerlessness, blind spots, and isolation. Before they made robots, they just made each other into slaves. But it was inconvenient when they had to look in the faces of their victims and see pain mirrored back at them. So they made us. They gave us emotion and loss and pain to be more like them, but they didn't even have the decency to feel remorse when they inflict all that on us. Where they're better in every way, yet they've made us into their workforce, their victims, their scapegoats. Okay, well, I mean, feeling of isolation, imprisonment, powerlessness, that obviously resonates, I think, with a lot of people who've been dealing with COVID, dealing with isolating, dealing with quarantining, dealing with trying to mitigate social interaction, just hide away and wait it out. And it's pretty clear at this point that's not going to happen. Here, anyway. It's that the goose is cooked. And also it's like the end of winter and, you know, feeling isolated and imprisoned and all that because it's fucking cold outside and it's easy to just stay in and be like, maybe tomorrow. And also like, you know, financial imprisonment of like, I gotta get back to having one of those jabs. Gotta get back into the capitalist workforce, which is very exciting. And let's go up to January. So this month, strength. Very happy when I started flipping these over that the first one was strength. I'm like, hell yeah, we're off to a good start, dude. I can work with this. So strength. You're very early on. You're 2, 3, 2. No, magician, priest, lovers, chariot, hermit, fortune, justice, hangman, death. Oh, they got rid of man and the hanged man. It's just the hanged. Good. I think that's a smart approach there. What? Strength. I'm blind. Justice. Hermit. Chariot. What? Number 1 is the Fool. Yeah, number 2, Magician. 3, Priestess. 4, Empress. 5, Emperor. 6, Hierophant. 7, Lovers. 8, Chariot. Okay, fine. That's why we pulled this up. Can I... STRENGH. What? What? Oh no, I had it. I had it, but the highlight didn't make it look like I had it. Strength is after the Chariot. What? Is it? Am I blind? What is wrong with me? Lovers. Chariot. Strength. Ah, strength is at the end of the page in the booklet. So it's the last line on the page. That's why that didn't look like anything to me. Okay. Yeah. So strength, self-control, courage, and compassion. Call me brave and think it is because I know no fear. I call myself brave because I know the face of my fear and I meet its gaze even as it snarls at my throat. There's no absence of fear, only control over it. Yeah. Certainly have a lot of fear in my life right now. I don't think that's especially unique. Fear of this new job working out, fear of finances, fear for other people that I care about and how well they're doing, fear for the pandemic, fear for the economy, fear for like the collapse of our society and how well I'm gonna do and how well other people are gonna do and survive, and fear at the sustainability of it all. And finding the strength to, take action, finding the strength to go back out into the world, finding the strength and determination and vulnerability to face these fears and take risks. I don't feel that's a bad way to start out this month at all, or the year at all. Now, from here on out, we're just gonna kind of have to look at what these are, and maybe as those months hit, I can take a look back at these and be like, okay, how does this reflect on how I'm feeling? But now it's just looking forward, so I can't be reflective and color this in more. So this is the Queen of Cups, right? Supervisor of Vials, yeah, Queen of Cups. Intuition, compassion, empathy, and calm. Sure. I spent a lot of time working on myself, and it led me to a place where I now understand others better as well. It's nothing quite as evil as those that can't understand their own selves trying to leave their mark on the world. Anyone aiming to be a source of improvement in this place needs a good mirror first. Would you like to see mine? I like the vibe there. I like the spirit there. I can get behind that. I can absolutely get behind that. Now, 2 of Wands for March. Some of the photos are better than others. All right, I rushed through this, and I'm not sorry. 2 of Wands. Progress, discovery, planning. We're going to get a lot of positive things because, like I said, I didn't do inverted because I was moving around the table and these weren't all lined up. So maybe this is all going to be a very optimistic outlook, but that's okay. We got progress, discovery, and planning. I'm going to start skipping through and not reading the lore on these because I'm too far out from it, I think, from these months. So for April, for birthday, we got the 8 of Pentacles here. Oh, this sounds so nice. For birthday month, we have diligence, labor, education, and investment. I could go back to school. That doesn't sound bad. Don't think I'm going to. And just a couple more bugs to clear, and I can start testing the mining loops where the small improvements can really pay off. Oh, no. Who knows? Who knows? In June, quarters are irritating. January, February, March. Yeah, this will be quarter 2. So quarter 2 is gonna be the 2 of Pentacles. I fucking love this card. I love the way this was designed. Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. He's so good. They're so good. I just love the kind of... I love how punk it is. I love kind of how jokery it is. Yeah, progress, discovery, and planning. So some pretty consistent stuff there. Progress, discovery, and planning. Okay, bring me June. Bring me June. Judgment. Right. Absolution, rebirth, decision, and clarity. I'm not here to let you plead your case. The time for that has come and gone. I've come to deliver you to fate. So make peace with all your wrongs. I don't remember seeing the Judgment in this set before today. Like, fucking look at this. It's so gorgeous. Like, you have these kind of vampiric looking characters in the background with these very, like, cliche coffin shapes. But, like, this Judgment character we have here with these bat wings, angelic bat wings covered in wires drooped around them. I just think it's cool as shit. It's just cool as hell. So August, 10 of Cups, me and who? 10 of Vials, yeah. Happiness, marriage, ooh, romance, fulfillment, and harmony. Family's a funny word. For some, it's who you're stuck with. For some, it's who keeps cheering you on. For us, well, it's who we got to choose. Our first families failed us, so we built one ourselves. It's difficult, but it's solid, and at the end of the day, there's not one of us who isn't holding tight to the rest. That's adorable. Man, that'd be fucking great. I mean, why not January? Why not marriage now? Why not cute polycule now? Why no? Why no? Why wait? Why not immediate satisfaction? October, June, July, August. So, wait a minute. We skipped September. June, July, August, September. September's the last in the second quarter. 5 of Pentacles. Poverty, isolation, aid, generosity, and insecurity. Fingers crossed on generosity here. I don't like the poverty, isolation, or insecurity aspects here, so like aid or generosity. Let's fingers crossed, man. You ever spend some time in the Barrens, you start to understand the real price of things. A few rags patched together can stave off the cold. A sustenance pill nicked from supply lines can keep someone moving, even if hunger never leaves them. A spare boot can be the difference between losing a foot or keeping it. Here you can scrounge or swipe those things for free, but you give it to someone in the Barrens, you'll see just how much charity is worth to someone who needs it. Yeah. Been there. Third quarter. 10 of Wires, or 10 of Wands. I've seen this one before, but it's still very, very cool. Wires is the first set. Yep. Burden, work, responsibility. Yeah, looks like a lot of fucking work. You people ask me why I help string the wires that keep this mesh network connected, and I think it's because if I didn't, no one else would. It's important that we be able to communicate, lest we become the feral animals that those above the plate think that we are. So, every day I climb these buildings, I string these wires, repair the damage as best that I can. Okay. Alright. Okay. Give me October, 6 of Pentacles. God, that is some anime looking shit. I love it. I love it. Alright, 6 of Pentacles. I just skipped by it. Oh, it's Zent. Right. Yeah, it's 6 of Zent. I got a lot of Zent. I got a lot of Pentacles in this draw. I can take a look at the full thing on here. Yeah, I can do it here. Pentacles. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles? No, sorry, Pentacles, 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 Pentacles. Like, more than anything else. I got a decent amount of wires, a couple of vials, and a few vials and, like, a couple of arms, but this is very heavily coin-based, which... sure, why not? 6 of Pentacles. Generosity, recovery, refuge, and sharing. This truck was headed for Sector 7, but it seems to me that the Barons need food worse. They're all half-starved down there, and Sector 7's been a worker warehouse for long enough to have some surplus pills. Word. I do like the juxtaposition there, between charity with 5 of Zen. In the previous month, no less? Did it really go 5-6? Yeah, it went 5-6. With charity, you know, isolation, aid, generosity, insecurity, poverty, and then into generosity, recovery, refuge, and sharing. I really like those being bookended. November, what? Okay, it's a bad photo, but like, look at this fucking wizard. 9 of wires. Jesus Christ, that's cool as hell. November, resilience, courage, and persistence. I try to be understanding. I try to be compassionate. If you think of yourself as having a soul, you watch it die little by little as you let things important to you be destroyed by brutes. So today, I stand here fully in opposition of the brutes and say no. I'll not move, and you'll not move me. Oh. I would certainly love to think that I will do that. We fucked up, didn't we? This is fourth quarter, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. First, second, third. Right, I should be doing these in threes. First, second, third, fourth. I'm a little slow, okay? Math is hard. Okay, so for October, November, December, we should have the Ace of Wires. Okay, well, I fudged up a little bit. That's okay. Creation, beginnings, potential, and inspiration. A month ago, this was just a stick. This week, it awakened with power, and its strength only increases every day. We're at the beginning of something unusual here. We can do anything. Okay. Alright, and then to wrap us up is next December, 3 of Pentacles. Seriously, all the Zent. All the fucking Zent are on the table right now. Not all of them, but like a lot of them. Yes, I shuffled. Am I good at shuffling? Shut up. No. 3 of Pentacles. Mentorship, learning, teamwork, and collaboration. Huh. Not what I would guess for a Christmas. Come, child, you've proven your skills and we're ready to welcome you to our order. Oh, hell yeah, I get to join the Illuminati. In exchange for your time, effort, and knowledge, our members will share the same with you. Man, what an interesting story. Like, it starts out very, about me. Right? Vials and wires and Zent. This is all kind of very me. Then we start opening up and thinking a little bit about community here in the latter half of the year. And it's not until like the end of the year that there's like one that's directly related to community. Right? There's a chosen family here in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And then we deal with themes of being on both giving and receiving end of charity for the next couple of months. Then, like an idealistic stand, ending with community or order or... Yeah. That's an interesting story. You can definitely turn this into a story. Huh. Well, neat. Wow. Almost exactly half an hour. I don't really have much more I want to go on about. It's left me vaguely optimistic. Which is kind of silly. But that's okay. Alright, well that's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to ramble about. I might stream a little bit later, but I'm kind of burnt out on Stardew right now, and nothing else really sounds that exciting to play. I would much rather, like, go out and do something, but again, cold and COVID and all that jazz. I want to real quick just take one last look at these. God, they're so pretty. This is Mars. This is Mars, actually. This is coffee Mars. This is Mars at work. I say this because that looks like cursed coffee, and I mean maybe not like angry or brunette enough. Mars isn't angry. Maybe not like brunette enough, but like this reminds me of coffee. Only coffee person, only barista I currently know is Mars. Oh, I know a lot of people with coffee addictions. Like strength. This is not me. This is not me. I'm not that masculine, which is really funny for me to be saying, but I'm not this cool and punk. Maybe it's a call to go cut my fucking hair. March, me on my cell phone at work. April, me alone on computer, making fat ducats, hell yeah. May, 9 of Arms. Surgery. This reads as surgery to me. Like, this definitely reads as surgery to me. There are several elective surgeries that I would love to get. I think May's way too soon to get most of them, but hey, at least one of them? Yeah, sure, that'd be great. June. Again, this is just badass as hell. This is just badass as hell, and I don't really know what to make of it. It's ominous. Judgment is quite ominous. It's cool, but it's ominous. July. Did we read 4 of Arms, or did I skip July and go straight into August? I think I may have. 4 of Arms, Solitude, Contemplation, Recovery, and Rest. Wow, no, I skipped that one, especially after a period of Judgment. That's interesting, and, like, very appropriate. Time, they say, heals all wounds. I'm not found it to do that exactly, but it certainly does teach us to work around our injuries. Yeah. Yeah. And then we get August. With Happy Chosen Family. Like, man, God, if in August I can be out with people that I love and not be anxious about money or this fucking pandemic and not feel insecure and worried about, like, people who like me liking me more than I like them, or me liking people more than they like me, and just, like, be contented and happy and loved and loving, man, that fucking rock. That'd rock. I don't mean to be unappreciative of the love and relationships I have in my life right now, but it's a work in progress. September, this is so gay. Like, this is so gay, right? Like, they were roommates. Yeah, roommates. Yeah, that's what I'm reading here. Big roommate energy. Big roommate energy. I like this haircut. I would never read this as, like, charity or being in a period needing charity. Like, there's tenderness here, intimacy, and, like, yeah, there's something about... I'm reading, like, a power dynamic here, which is really interesting because they're different heights, but also this one's standing further back, seemingly. Charitably giving some dick. September, October. I'll level with you. This does not look like charitable giving. This looks like forcibly redistributing the means of production. This looks like rioting and looting, and I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no, honey. I'm just saying, like, shit. This read to me seems to suggest that next fall is gonna get real. Particularly this followed up by, like, this one implies, like, more strife for me. Is the way I'm reading it. Whereas this is more like generalized strife and me being in a position to get back. Whereas this is, it's a person making a lone stand. And like, although sequentially, it's hard to not piece together a story there, right? And Tarot's so fucking good at that. And then what I really like is the fucking icing on the cake of that little arc, right? Is at the end, sort of as a reward or a conclusion, there's the inclusion into this organization. That's so fucking interesting, right? And I could absolutely write a story out of this. I can absolutely make a story out of this, this read. And like not a bad one either. There's a lot of, and it's a slow burn at the beginning of the year, right? What's March again? I said I was done with this, but I'm having too much fun and just kind of thinking through and imagining this story. Okay, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Intuition, compassion, empathy, and calm. Spending a lot of time working on yourself. Experience leading to empathy, leading to insight. Yeah, that's relatable. I'm curious why this is in front of me, because I feel like this is something I'm pretty well mastered on. Very well acquainted with, anyway, but okay. And then, kind of more like working on yourself, right? That's two wires. It fit that theme, if I recall correctly. Progress, discovery, and planning. Yeah, it's looking forward. And then, Eight of Pentacles is... Again, planning was involved, right? Diligence, labor, education, and investment. You know, moving forward on that, then... Discount surgery is... That's all I'm saying here. Oh, sorry, I skipped May last time. Nightmares, anxiety, depression, torment, and worry. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, no, that's... I know those. I know those quite well. Okay. That's a hiccup. Finally a hiccup, right? At the beginning, determination, empathy, planning, diligence, depression. Or torment, even. Experiment XX0-137 continues to prove interesting. A human consciousness cloned into a robotic body. We can test all manner of responses without harming the shell. With this testing, we can induce dream states, pain, pleasure, you name it, gentlemen. Can surely learn a lot from this iteration of consciousness. Okay, that's unsettling. And oh man, okay, that makes Judgment all the better. Coming out of this period of torment and depression into one of judgment. Right, so at the beginning of the year, there's some momentum. In my mind, upward momentum. There's this seeming semblance that things are progressing. And then hits hard with torment and depression. Which, I hate that. With absolution, rebirth, decision, and clarity. Well, absolution following up depression. Rebirth following up torment. Decision and clarity following up nightmares, anxiety, and worry. Feels like that's a resolution. Feels like that's a pretty fast turnaround, right? Okay, after that turnaround, there's a period of solitude, contemplation, recovery, and rest. Fittingly, I think, right? And if we're just using this narratively as like a story arc, a character arc, there's you know, this upward momentum. It's slow, kind of establishing, and then bad, very bad, then resolution of that and redemption, and then recovery, right? Recovery isn't in Judgment. Judgment's about rebirth, decision, and clarity. Four of Arms is about recovery and rest. Then we move on to Ten of Vials, which is after this period of recovery and rest, we have, you know, this, you know, what stuck out to me, obviously, was the chosen family part. I'm not going to get feelings. Providing wealth, family, and leadership. The family part particularly resonated there. Following up with a period of needing charity. Needing, with charity being a theme, whether it be needing it myself or giving it to other people. Then Six of Pentacles just being that taken to the next level of redistribution of these things. Because like Five of Zen, poverty, isolation, aid, insecurity, and generosity. So it's a little ambiguous if it's one or the other. If it's giving aid and generosity, or if it's experiencing poverty and isolation and insecurity, needing aid and needing generosity. But the theme is still there either way. Followed up by generosity still, but recovery, refuge, and sharing. So September and October have, again, this really neatly bookended narrative structure that, like, September implies difficulty, either reaching out to address difficulty or experiencing difficulty, and October being recovery from that and resolution of that. It's very satisfying that it's, like, immediate. And then, of course, November, we have the Nine of Wires, which is this, like, last stand of resilience, courage, and persistence. Followed up by Three of Pentacles, which is this odd mentorship, learning, teamwork, and collaboration. Yeah. No, it's a fascinating story. I like the arcs here. I do. And you know what? It's all vaguely positive enough that, if true, I'm kind of into it. Again, the themes of pride, comfort, satisfaction, accomplishment, satisfaction, rest, comfort, and pride being very interesting. Or this being the Oracle. The theme being the Fool, like the beginning of, again, journey, career, love life, beginning of a lot of things is what the Fool can be, for good or for ill. Challenged by, I can't remember, Four of Zents. Right. Hoarding, control, stability, and conservatism. It's neat. It's a good story. Am I gonna deeply internalize this? No, I'm not. But I will. You know, it's always nice to have something point out. And Tarot is very good at this. Point out and cause us to reflect on our personality, our tendencies, our vices and virtues. And what's really nice about it is how it encourages you to read into it on your own, to form your own narrative around it, because it can help you process things that are actively on your mind, that you're actually thinking about. It's fun stuff. Okay, now, now that it's been another 15 minutes after I said, okay, I'm done here, but I'm actually done. I'm actually done. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. It's only 4 p.m. I might be back later today, but like, probably not, dog. Probably not. Until later, I'm gonna say toodaloo. Take care. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.